Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Pauline Verzosa. The Armed Forces of the Philippines denied China's allegations that Filipino soldiers stationed at BRP Sierra Madre pointed their guns at the Chinese Coast Guard. They also shared video evidence showing China taking supplies meant for Filipino soldiers. Here's the report.
This video shows two rubber boats of the China Coast Guard appearing to play patintero and chasing around the Philippines' much smaller rubber boats in the waters of Ayungin Shoal May 19. This footage was taken from the BRP Sierra Madre, which was supposed to receive supplies airdropped by the AFP for the troops stationed in the military outpost. But when Chinese agents in the area saw the airdrop mission, they immediately deployed rubber boats to seize the supplies meant for the Filipino soldiers. That's when the chase began.
Ako, babagay lata. Muntik na. Babagayin. Hilahin nyo yung parachute. Hilahin, dalhin sa bangura.
China's rubber boats stop at nothing to chase and block the Philippines' rubber boats.
Inaharas na sila. Yoko, sa bangura, babagayin kayo.
The Chinese rubber boats soon started approaching the BRP Sierra Madre, and with tensions rising, soldiers aboard the BRP Sierra Madre were ordered to take their positions and to be on alert.
Huwag niyo ipakuha. Yung mga baril natin, standby dyan sa gantab.
At the end of that video, it can be seen that one of the Chinese Coast Guard personnel moved to snatch supplies from the Philippine rubber boats. But those at the BRP Sierra Madre started screaming at them. The Chinese Coast Guard backed off afterwards. The AFP notes, these are scenes that China's released footage of the incident did not show.
The BRP Sierra Madre is a commissioned Philippine Navy ship, and therefore it is authorized to have weapons.
China made it appear as though the Philippine troops pointed their guns at the Chinese Coast Guard. But the AFP categorically denied that this ever happened.
We are denying that any of our soldiers pointed deliberately their guns to any of the Chinese.
Our soldiers, as a precautionary measure, held on to their firearms. It's part of the rules of engagement. Lahat yan. Hindi pwedeng hindi ka handa in case something happens.
There have been multiple incidents in the past of Chinese and Philippine ships colliding during resupply missions to Ayungin. But now that the Philippines has resorted to using planes and airdropping of supplies instead, China is still not backing down.
Wala na yung harassment na nangyayari sa dagat, no? Pero still, nakita niyo sa video, ganun pa rin eh. Ganun pa rin. Ayaw tayong tantanan.
In total, 3 of the 4 batches of supplies were received by the Filipino troops in BRP Sierra Madre. 1 batch was seized by the China Coast Guard and were thrown into the sea when they found out that it only contained food and medicine. Despite the incident, the AFP says it's not giving up and will continue its resupply missions.
Ang bilin po ng ating Pangulo ay wag nating hayaan na mag-escalate yung situation. We are practicing maximum tolerance.
Back in the mainland, some militant groups expressed their condemnation of China's actions by lying on the sidewalk in front of the Chinese embassy in Makati while holding signages saying that Chinese vessels are the ones trespassing in the West Philippine Sea.
Ang sinasabi nilang nasasakupan nila ay maliwanag na nakapaloob sa ating exclusive economic zone. Nakapaloob sa 200 nautical mile na tinatawag natin.
This protest comes on the back of China's threat to detain supposed trespassers in the disputed waters. For News 5, Brian Castillo, we are One News.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines also confirmed that bigger Chinese ships were surrounding BRP Sierra Madre when the Chinese Coast Guard seized supplies for Filipino troops. Here's an excerpt of AFP spokesperson Francel Padilla's interview on The Big Story.
Parang napaghandaan po ng China ito, no? Ano yun? Parang were they reactive here? Kumbaga nakita nila na this was happening or napaghandaan nila, alam nilang darating. At saka ilan po yung mga rubber boats ng China?
As you can see in the video, no, over and above the ribs ng China, meron din kasi in the background, makikita nyo yung Chinese militia vessels and their PLA Navy. So yung presence nila nandyan din nung sa area, and when they saw that the aircraft going in for the airdrop was coming, tsaka nila dineploy yung kanilang mga ribs. But really, what we have to discuss this is yung presence nila in the area. We have to take into context that this is the exclusive economic zone of the Philippines, 200 nautical miles. So to begin with, they have no business being in the area in the first place.
When you say that they started to react when they saw the Philippine troops coming, were there any ships nearby, or talagang these were just rubber boats?
No, there are ships nearby. You have Chinese militia vessels and a PLA Navy ship and the Chinese Coast Guard vessel ship in the area. So we are thinking whether kung saan talaga nanggaling itong mga ribs na to, no? They are deployed from a bigger mothership.
In case this happens again, how do we keep our military men from being harassed? Meron po ba tayong adjustments?
So for the side of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, we are exploring other strategies so that we can safely and successfully conduct RORE missions without the interference of the CCG. Kung makita nyo nga ma'am, part ito ng operational mix nga natin, atong airdrop, kasi nakita na natin how dangerous it is when we do our by sea, no? So but ginawan pa rin nila ng paraan para maagaw ito, and nakita naman po talaga natin na pagkain talaga yung laman ng provisions, no? And there was now even no need for them to throw it back to the sea. Kung talaga pong well-meaning sila, pwede naman pong iabot na lang nila back yon to our troops. So makita talaga natin, ma'am, na even when these are considered as humanitarian missions, they're really going out there and even tweaking the narrative, no, sa kanilang ICAD operations.
Colonel, curious lang ako, yung mga rubber boats natin, yung mga mas maliliit na nakikita doon sa video, galing po ba sila sa BRP Sierra Madre? Meaning, of course, hindi naman ganun ka-perfect yung airdrop, so pag nalaglag, talagang hahabulin nila. Kitang-kita natin sa video na sobrang dehado po yung mga bangka natin. Meron bang plano na bigyan ng mas malakas na makina yung mga rubber boat natin para naman kung maghabulan ulit, mas may chance tayo na makuha yung mga ayuda?
Yes, ma'am, no. This is all part of our Horizon 3, our modernization projects. Ito po, galing ito sa LS-57 nga. Hindi kasi possible, no, na directly i-drop yung provisions to the vessel. So really, very near po talaga yung pag-drop ng ating airdrop missions, very near our vessel, our LS-57. And talagang nire-recover na lang siya ng rubber boats natin. So makita niyo po talaga na with the effort of the Chinese to get a hold of it, lumapit po talaga sila ng husto sa ating commissioned Navy vessel.
The Health Department has confirmed the presence of the COVID-19 subvariant KP2 in the Philippines. KP2 is one of the FLiRT variants contributing to the global increase in COVID-19 cases. DOH reported that the earliest collection date for KP2 was May 2024. There are 2 cases of KP2, 2 cases of JN1.18, and 30 cases of JN1 in the country. Despite the rise in new COVID-19 cases, all regions in the Philippines are still classified as low risk. More Filipinos underwent dialysis in 2023, an indication that there is an increase in kidney disease cases in the Philippines. Here's the report.
Wala talaga akong pinipiling pagkain. Maalat, matamis. Yung 2-liter Coke, ginagawa ko ng tubig yun.
This is how 58-year-old Emiliano Lixi described his meal choices. As a self-proclaimed certified workaholic working in Singapore, he admits not paying much attention to what he eats. Things started to change when he was diagnosed with diabetes in the year 2000. He's been undergoing dialysis for about a year now.
When I was diagnosed, tinake for granted ko lang siya. Hindi ko masyadong sinunod yung doktor ko regarding sa gamot. There was a point na 6 months akong hindi nagagamot. Oo, because malakas ako, kaya ko eh.
There are some, however, like Belle, who live a relatively healthier lifestyle but still encountered serious illness. Belle is now facing stage 5 chronic kidney disease after a delicate pregnancy.
After na ma-pre-eclampsia ako,
Ano po yun?
yung sa pagbubuntis ko po, ika-5 buwan na tumaas ng blood pressure, ika-6 na buwan doon na talaga na nag-shoot up na yung blood pressure ko. 3 days after na cesarean ako, nung lumabas sa laboratory ko na tumaas ang creatinine. Tapos, yun, parehong nakita sa, in-ultrasound ako yung kidney ultrasound. Nakita na nag-shrink yung 2 kidney, pareho.
Emiliano and Belle are among many other patients of the National Kidney and Transplant Institute or NKTI who are undergoing dialysis. The institute is now concerned over the rising number of outpatients and inpatients that they have been having. The facility also saw a 42% increase in the number of people undergoing dialysis for the first time. This is higher than the average rate in the past 5 years.
Yung pong pagtaas ng numero din or dami ng mga pasyente na mayroon pong hypertension or diabetes, yan po yung mga known risk factors for having chronic kidney disease. Yung burden po ng chronic kidney disease, hindi lang po tayong mga Pilipino ang kumakaharap nun. Pero it's about time po siguro na kailangan po natin tutukan yung atin pong mga sakit, no? So, when I say sakit, yan po yung hypertension, diabetes, kung may mga namamana pong sakit sa bato.
Health experts also see extreme heat and dehydration as factors for kidney disease.
Sinasabi natin, di ba, para mapangalagaan yung bato, kailangan po uminom tayo ng maraming tubig. Kaya pag tag-init, no, prone po tayo sa, of course, dehydration. Sa iba po, nagkakaroon pa tayo ng kidney stones, no, dun sa mga at risk po ng mga pasyente.
Obesity is another risk factor for chronic kidney disease. That is why health experts continue to advocate for a healthy lifestyle.
When we say healthy lifestyle, kasama po dyan yung proper diet, no? So, tama pong timpla ng asukal sa pagkain, alat sa pagkain. So, avoid po natin yung mga processed food, fast food. So, lahat po yan nakakaapekto sa pagkakaroon po natin ng tsansa na magkaroon ng sakit sa bato.
For News 5, Mon Gualvez, we are One News.
And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 9 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.